Welcome to After School Fun Club Storytime. Christmas Tree Farm by Purmell. Grandpa and I sit on the seat of his tractor. We drive along the path that winds through the woods filled with Christmas trees. There are spruces, pines, and firs. Some of these trees are older than Grandpa. It is November and snow sprinkles the ground. The air is cold. It nips my nose. We wear warm coats, hats, gloves, and boots. Grandpa points to a tree with bushy branches. We climb down. This is a good Scotch pine, he says. Grandpa and I pull safety glasses over our eyes. The chainsaw starts with a roar. Grandpa holds the whirling blade to the bottom of the tree, cutting through the trunk. Wood chips fly and the tree topples over. Grandpa switches off the saw. It is quiet, except for the cawing of crows. He holds the pine by the trunk and he shakes it. Dry needles fall to the ground. Grandpa drags the tree to the wagon behind the tractor. 1, 2, 3. We lift the tree together into the wagon. Back on the tractor, Grandpa nods at the Douglas fir. With the short, soft needles, we add it to our load. We cut trees all afternoon. My gloves are sticky with pine sap, and the smell tickles my nose. By dinner time, the wagon is full of trees for people who cannot get their own. The day after Thanksgiving, Grandpa unlocks the door to the tree hut, where customers pay for their Christmas trees. He switches off lights strung across the fence by the road. The Christmas tree farm is open for holidays. Most people trape through the woods until they find a Christmas tree that looks just right for them. They cut down their tree and carry it to the tree hut, where we collect their money and offer them Christmas cookies baked by Grandma. Keep your tree in a cool place until it comes in. Shake it so the dead needles fall off. Cut off a thin slice of the trunk so it will get lots to drink. Put it in a stand and make sure it always has lots of water. People drive from everywhere to buy their Christmas trees from Grandpa. He loves to talk about the trees. He gives tips on how to keep them fresh at home. Grandpa talks as he pulls each tree through a baler. The tree comes out the other end covered with net that holds the branches close to the trunk. Now it's easier to tie it to the roof of the car. Most people don't know Christmas tree farming is year-long work. In the spring, a truck delivers hundreds of seedlings. They are not much bigger than Grandpa's hand. The seedlings have many enemies. There are insects and diseases, rabbits and deer. We lose many seedlings, so we must plant more than will ever grow into trees. These are feeding the animals. Grandpa, Dad, my sister Emily, and I plant the seedlings in straight rows. Each row is about 6 feet from the next. We leave enough space so we can drive a tractor with back end blades between the rows, turning up the soil so weeds do not hurt the young trees. By summertime, the trees are wild and shaggy with new growth. Under the hot sun, we trim and prune and shape the trees. When we are all done, they look like real Christmas trees. Ta-da! In the fall, we measure and tag the trees. Grandpa uses a wooden pole painted with different color rings. The pole shows how tall a tree is, so we know how much it will cost. A tree as tall as orange ring is 4 feet tall and gets an orange tag. Blue means 5 feet. A tree that is 6 feet gets a red tag. The tallest trees are marked with yellow tags and are 7 feet and up. It takes them about 15 years for a Christmas tree to grow that tall. It is no surprise that trees with yellow tags are the most expensive. Grandpa closes the tree hut early on Christmas Eve. I count the money while he oils and hangs the saws until next year. This is the day when aunts and uncles, cousins come to Grandpa and Grandma's house for an old-time tree trimming party. In the backyard, we decorate with blue spruce, with strings of popcorn and cranberries, birdseed wreaths, and stars of suet. We stand at the window and watch the birds feast in the glow of our Christmas tree. These are feeding all the animals too. We've got Fraser fir, Colorado spruce, Virginia pine, Scotch pine, White pine, Norway spruce, balsam fir, and a Douglas fir. So many trees to choose from. Boys and girls, I hope you had enjoyed listening to the story. We will be now coming on crafts for you to do, so it should be pretty fun.
Hello everybody, and welcome to today's After School Fun Club craft. We will be making two things today, and the first thing is our pine cone tree. And again, you will need to register and sign up, and your supplies will be provided to you in a bag that you will come to the library for. So the first craft is a pine cone tree, and it's already painted green for you. In the bag you will have a baggie full of colorful buttons and beads and a wooden star, which we will do last, which we all know goes at the top of the tree, so we'll put that for later. You will need some glue, and also in your bag will be some glitter. So what I recommend you to do is have a placemat or a newspaper or paper towel down, because we all know glitter can be messy. In your bag is some colorful rope-like stuff. So you can use this as garland, and you can just garland on a tree. We can wrap it around if you would like. You don't have to use this, only if you want to, and you can cut it to the length. But you know how trees have garland, so we figured this would be perfect for garland. You might want to just glue the end. Okay, next we have our beads and buttons. So you might want to bring them out. And what I would do is on the end, these are going to be like your Christmas lights or balls at the end of the tree. So at the end of the pine cone, you just would put a dab of glue, like that. Pick a colored button that you like, or bead, and put the bead on there. And like I said, these are going to represent the lights or Christmas balls that you would put on your tree at home. Now this project will take a lot of patience, because when you're working with glue, you need to have time for it to dry. So again, just pick different branches, put a speck of glue, pick another color, put your bead on. Okay, and as you can see, this is what it's going to look like. You're just going to go around and put all your beads on. After you put on all of your ornaments that you want to put on, you want to let it sit for a little bit so the glue can dry, but it's going to look something like this. So I have all my different colored beads on. I even added some flat buttons, because ornaments are all different shapes and sizes. So we're going to put this aside over here. And in your baggie is a wooden star, which belongs on top of a Christmas tree. So you can put beads on that if you like. I'm just going to use a yellow marker, and I'm going to color my star yellow. So it's just going to look something like this. Okay, so I'm going to continue to color it yellow with my marker. You can use paint if you want, like I said, or the glitter, or you can glue the beads on, but it will take a lot of drying time. So my star, I just decided to do yellow to represent the light, and then you're going to stick a little bit of glue on the back of your star, like that, and we're going to glue it to the top of our tree. And again, this will have to sit and dry for a little bit, but this will be your pine cone Christmas tree with the star on top. It makes a lovely centerpiece at your dinner table. Alright, so we're going to put that aside to dry, and our next project is a star ornament. Now this is how it will come in your bag, and you can decorate this. You can use the beads if you want. I'm going to try to use the glitter on this, and once this dries, you can hang this on your tree. So you can decorate this any way you want. I'm going to try to do the outside here perimeter with glue. See if I can do this. And see how I'm doing the outside perimeter with glue. Again, you can decorate this any way you want. And then this is where the messy part comes in. I'm going to take my glitter and you sprinkle it over where you have the glue. And of course, this will have to sit and dry. You let it sit and you dump the excess off, and then you have a pretty ornament to hang on your tree. Now, you want to probably do both sides because you know how ornaments rotate, so we're going to go on the other side here and do this. You do not need a lot of glue, so don't put a lot of glue on. All you need is something like that. And then I'm going to try to dump the rest of this on here. And you can always pick up what's left here and dump that on. The less glue, the less drying time, so do not overglue this. Okay, kind of give it a good shake to get all that extra glitter out. And then here is my pretty star ornament that you can hang on your tree. Now if you choose, you can paint this first if you want and then add the glitter. You could put glitter on the inside. Like I said, use your beads and decorate it up. But I think I am just going to leave it just like this. Now if you have glitter, extra glitter, which I happen to have white glitter here, I'm going to try to put some on my tree to look like snow. So I'm going to bring back my tree and I'm going to just kind of sprinkle some glue down it so it looks like snow. Okay, just dribble my glue. And then my white glitter will go on where I have any glue. Alright, and then carefully do it off. Okay. And then it looks like my tree was outside in the snow. Alright boys and girls, this is today's craft. So you're going to make a pine cone tree and your own special Christmas star ornament. I hope you have a nice holiday and I hope Santa brings you all your toys that you want, and we will see you next year. Bye-bye.